15 surprising things you probably didn't know about New York City. What's amazing about a place like New York is that whether you've been to the city once or 100 times, it's impossible to know everything about it. Every time you visit, there's an opportunity to see an original show, try a new restaurant, or take a stroll through a different part of Central Park. Of course, New York will always have its famous landmarks, but who doesn't love a surprise now and then? Take a look at these surprising facts about New York and keep your eye out for them the next time you visit the city. 1. It is the home of the world-famous Rockettes. You probably know the Rockettes for their annual Christmas spectacular at Radio City Music Hall, but these dancers don't hang up their shoes once the holidays are done. See the Rockettes in their summer show, the New York Spectacular. Experience the sights and sounds of New York in this colorful production families will love. The show only runs from June 15th until August 7th, so get your tickets now. Radio City Music Hall also has this hidden feature. Considering how many artists perform at Radio City Music Hall each year, it makes sense that the venue has a secret tunnel underground. The tunnel connects to Rockefeller Center and allows performers to avoid the paparazzi. 3. Central Park is larger than Monaco. Nestled in the middle of Manhattan, Central Park is a sprawling 843-acre green space with over 25,000 trees. This makes it larger than the Principality of Monaco, which is only 500 acres. 4. There's an Egyptian ruin in Central Park. You don't need to be Indiana Jones to find artifacts in New York City. Cleopatra's Needle is a stone obelisk etched with hieroglyphs dating back to ancient Egypt. The statue is estimated to be about 3,000 years old. 5. You can spend the night in a New York City taxi. Looking for a place to spend the night in the city? If you want the quintessential Big Apple experience, you can stay in a renovated New York City taxi cab. The cab is available for rental on Airbnb for about $40 a night, and don't worry, they won't keep the meter running. X. The Empire State Building has its own zip code. It's the second largest office building in the United States after the Pentagon, so it's no surprise that this iconic building has its own zip code. In case you ever need to mail something to the Empire State Building, its zip code is 10,118. 7. Gold is hidden under the city. 80 feet below the busy streets of New York, 25% of the world's gold bullion is kept in the Federal Reserve Bank's underground vaults. It's illegal to honk your car horn. If car horns and gridlock come to mind when you think of driving in New York, stop stressing. It's actually illegal to honk unless it is an emergency. There's a pretty steep price to pay for an illegal honk, too, a $350 ticket. Yikes. 9. Eloise has her own portrait in the Plaza Hotel. The Plaza Hotel resembles a castle peeking out in the midst of the city's skyscrapers. This landmark hotel has sparked wonder and imagination, and it inspired the Eloise books. To honor their youngest and most precocious resident, a portrait of Eloise hangs in the hotel. 10. The Waldorf Astoria Hotel has a secret train platform. The secret platform, known as Track 61, allowed dignitaries like President Roosevelt to leave the city discreetly, and it is reportedly still functional today. 11. Dogs are allowed on New York subway trains, on one condition: except for service dogs, all dogs must be in a carrier of some sort if they are going to take a ride on the New York subway. Since there are no size or weight restrictions, this can lead to some pretty creative solutions from some dog owners who need to travel with their best friends. 12. Times Square has an annual outdoor yoga class. Times Square is one of the most recognizable city squares in the world and one of New York's top tourist destinations. This landmark also serves another purpose during the summer solstice when thousands of yogis unroll their mats and get their downward-facing dog on. 13. Grand Central Terminal's ceiling contains constellations. If you're running to catch a train at Grand Central Terminal, you probably won't have the time to admire the station's ceiling mural. Even though commuters were quick to point out that the constellations appear backwards in the mural, Cornelius Vanderbilt said the stars' placements mimic the view from heaven. 14. Grand Central Terminal also has a secret bar. If you can find this swanky hub, you'll be transported to a 1920s-style lounge that was once the private office of John W. Campbell, an American financier. 15. The city hands out hundreds of filming permits each year. Many iconic movies and television shows have filmed in the city. 52 television shows were shot on location in New York for the 2015 to 2016 season, setting a new record for production in the city.